Hey, what's up, you guys? Great to have you back on the show. I'm Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. Every once in a while, I try to honor some fan requests, and this is actually one that I think will get me into trouble, but hey, what can I say? I gotta do this. In this video, I want to explain why it was the right thing to do to leave Isiah Thomas of the original Dream Team. And do me a favor, guys, watch the video to the end so you really get my point. But before we start with this video, if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also click on the notifications button so you always get notified once I upload a new video. Also, if you want to get some exclusive access to more videos, please check out my Patreon account. Alright, enough said, let's start the video. Alright, if you are a basketball player or used to play basketball, then you probably also know, I'm not telling you something new, that a real team, even with lesser talents, can beat a team with, really talented individual guys. So, to me, as a basketball coach and a former basketball player, it's always really important to have team chemistry and players who get along. So I want to start this video by showing you the guys that Isiah Thomas really didn't get along with and who he had to play with if he was on a Dream Team. Okay, I want to start off with Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen and the Chicago Bulls had countless rivalries against the Detroit Bad Boy Pistons. And what can I say, Isiah Thomas was the general of that team and was the guy who really made it tough for Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen got beat, he got shoved, he got pushed. He actually really had a tough time. And understandably, Scottie Pippen doesn't have that much love for Isiah Thomas.
The name Isiah's come up. You know that the book is out by Magic Johnson. You are mentioned in it, Scotty, so I might as well get the quote out there. Magic Johnson writes, Isiah killed his own chances when it came to the Olympics. Nobody on that team wanted to play with him. Scottie Pippen wanted no part of him. Who was saying we need this guy? Nobody. Is that accurate?
Sure, it's accurate. Sounds pretty true. We had plenty of point guards. We had John Stockton, we had Magic. There was really no room for him, to be honest with you. We had some of the greatest point guards in the game, and I think the team was assembly based on, the players that we could get in certain positions. And I think the position that he played in was, it was taken. It was just no playing space there for him. And, it's somebody had to be left off of that team. A lot of good players, great players, Hall of Famers were left off of that team. I'm very fortunate that I was able to join that team and be a part of it, and I'm happy for that and blessed. But the flip side of it, everyone couldn't make the team.
All right, now that's a very diplomatic answer. So, Clyde, let me ask you.
That's the right answer.
The deal with Scotty.
Wait a minute. Wait. Ho.
Something's going on. I'm messy.
Did Michael, did you want him on the team?
Well, I can't speak for Michael, but no, I did not want him on the team.
I don't mind Michael Jordan saying, I didn't want Isiah to be on the Dream Team. I don't mind, if Larry Bird said, I don't want Isiah to be on the Dream Team. But if Scottie Pippen say, I don't want Isiah to be on the Dream Team.
That's a problem.
Man, come on. You can't say nothing.
Okay, I got a new topic for the open court.
If Jordan is like, look, I'm not playing. If Isiah plays, okay. All right. Scottie Pippen, I'm not playing if Isiah plays. Man, go to the park.
Do you agree with Zeke?
I don't agree with nothing Zeke ever said. I don't even agree with nothing he ever did.
The next player that I have on my list is Karl Malone. Karl Malone and the Utah Jazz didn't have exactly the rivalries between each other, but because John Stockton was considered to be one of the best point guards, Isiah Thomas always tried to get in John Stockton's head and actually told his other guys like Rick Mahorn, Dennis Rodman, and Bill Embiid to make life miserable for John Stockton. And at one point that really rubbed Karl Malone the wrong way, and there was this big retaliation move.
Threw it back over his head and then parachuted down.
And the referees are taking him off the floor. Chuck Daly's going crazy. Isiah Thomas hurt badly. Chuck Daly has to be restrained by Eddie Middleton. Chuck Daly, Eddie Middleton holding back.
Going back to that team, I thought they had everything that it took to win a championship. I thought they had the system. I thought they had the players, the toughness, the defensive-minded and everything. But I always felt like Malone really was the weak link.
The next one is a very obvious one. Just like with Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan had his bad blood with Isiah Thomas. And to be honest, it goes even deeper. Because back in the 1980s, Isiah Thomas was Chicago's boy. But when Michael Jordan came, it was all gone. Everybody was loving Michael Jordan, and that really, really hurt Isiah Thomas. So there was that infamous freeze-out game. And I'm not even saying that it's true, but legend has it that Isiah Thomas told the other guys on the team to not pass the ball to Michael Jordan. And since then, well, there was always this bitter rivalry between Michael Jordan and Isiah Thomas, and it got worse when you had the Detroit Bad Boy Pistons Chicago Bulls rivalry.
I talked to Isiah at the beginning of the year about the aspect he wasn't on the team, and he was not comfortable with it. I'm sure he is very hurt. He's a very deserving player, but he was not selected.
Thomas was well on his way to a Hall of Fame career, but was also seen by many as the biggest cultivator of the bad boys image in Detroit.
And now Isiah Thomas and Cartwright are swinging.
Isiah was the general. He was the guy that would yap at his teammates and say, knock them on the ass, do whatever you got to do.
A beautiful backdoor pass from Pippen, and he is walloped. He knew he was going to get hit.
I despised the way that he played the game.
Did you want him on the dream team?
No, I did not want him on the team.
Did Michael? Did you want him on the team?
Well, I can't speak for Michael, but I don't think he wanted him on the team.
Now, there has been speculation that your icy relationship with Isiah Thomas is the reason that he was not selected. Well, what is your reaction to that?
That was one of the stipulations put to me prior to me even committing, that Isiah wasn't a part of the team. I was getting strong innuendos that it wasn't just, it was coming from higher places that didn't want Isiah Thomas on the team.
Certainly things are being pointed at me because of our relationship and of course about the way that the end of the game between Detroit and Chicago ended.
And the next player on my list is Magic Johnson. In the mid-1980s, Isiah Thomas and Magic Johnson actually were best friends. Well, they were two of the best point guards in the league, maybe the two best point guards of the league. And for whatever reason, it went totally wrong at some point. And I think we got the explanation right here.
So I might as well get the quote out there. Magic Johnson writes, Isiah killed his own chances when it came to the Olympics. Nobody on that team wanted to play with him. Michael Jordan didn't want to play with him. And these are Magic's words. Scottie Pippen wanted no part of him. Bird wasn't pushing for him. Karl Malone didn't want him. Who was saying we need this guy? Nobody.
When this HIV announcement came and the reaction of all these people around him, people that he thought were his friends, to back away and to shy away from him, and then to find out that Isiah Thomas, the one guy he thought he was going to be able to count on through all of this, to find out that he was questioning Irvin's sexuality, how he got this disease, and questioning people about it, it was devastating to him.
I had no role in starting any kind of rumor, and I'm disappointed that he believes that.
And what's your relationship with him today?
Well, he said we don't have one, so I guess we don't.
Well, what about the whole Dream Team situation?
That was the craziest thing, because when you hear the story, in Magic's words, Magic says on his document he was the reason Isiah didn't get on the squad.
Another player who wasn't best friends with Isiah Thomas was actually Larry Bird, but that's also another long story. Let's move on to the next reasons. So the next point is actually a very important one, and I gotta be honest, I never actually took a look at the season of John Stockton and Isiah Thomas prior to the selection. This is actually the first time that I compared the last two seasons, and I gotta be honest, this is crazy, okay? So let's have a look at John Stockton's and Isiah Thomas last season prior to the selection. Now let's have a look. The topper one is Isiah Thomas and the lower one is John Stockton. So they were both about the same age, played the almost exact same number of games, have almost the exact same of minutes per game, but now we get to the first difference, the field goal percentage. John Stockton was a way better shooter, and especially with 3 points, so something that the Dream Team definitely needed, a 40% shooter in comparison to 29% from Isiah Thomas. He was a way better free throw shooter, and now we come to the biggest difference. If you take a look at the assists, it's not not even a competition. John Stockton was averaging almost the double amount of Isiah Thomas, 13.7, of course being the assist leader, and the same goes for steals. John Stockton had more steals in that season than a Michael Jordan and a Scottie Pippen, for example, so he was by far superior to Isiah Thomas. With the blocks, turnovers, and fouls and points, it's almost the same amount, and of course with points, John Stockton was a little bit weaker than Isiah Thomas. But if you take that specific season, that 91-92 season, John Stockton was putting up by far better numbers, and his team also had the far better season. So to me, I definitely understand why they took John Stockton. Alright you guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you understand my points, because I gotta be honest, I really feel that Isiah Thomas is one of the best players ever. I think he was sensational, but if it was up to me back in the days, I also would have selected John Stockton. Not because I don't like Isiah Thomas, but for team chemistry reasons, and John Stockton had he had a sensational season. I mean, come on, the numbers show it, okay? So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. Peace, I'm out. Hey you guys, if you're active on Facebook, I can really recommend Open Court. As an NBA fan, you should find everything you need. If it's funny NBA videos, impressive highlights, or even NBA news, I check out Open Court every day.